Welcome to Hero TV, the best and credible online news platform in the globe. My name is Esetonia Inawo. Please, if you have not followed us on all our social media platforms, this is the right time to do it. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. Today, I want to do a recap of some of the major stories that made headlines during the week. And like I always say, that when we all join our hands together, we begin to talk, tackle some of the issues that is happening in the country, perhaps it will pave the way for a better governance in the country. Our first story here says the federal government gave ASU 2 weeks ultimatum to resolve the ASU strike. So according to the story, federal government gave Adamu 2 weeks ultimatum to resolve varsity strike. Right, so what was their request? The mind includes withdrawal of the integrated payroll and personal information system and adoption of university transparency and accountability solution for ASU and the university peculiar payroll and payment system for the non-academic union, among others. In response to the federal government, the Academic Staff Union of Universities says the 2-week ultimatum issued by the president to resolve the concern raised by the union is too much. What they are actually asking the federal government to do is not something that is not doable. But the pity is this issue has lingered since. Now, after all is said and done, the chairman of ASU, Professor Emmanuel, responded to the federal government, that this issue can be sorted out within 2 days, that this kind of thing does not even need 2 weeks, Why? Because they've been on knees, they've negotiated, they've done everything that is necessary for them to do. They've met on different occasions. But what we're actually asking the federal government to do is just for them to agree on the terms and conditions. So that was why he said that they don't need 2 good weeks to sort this thing out. That if you want this thing sorted out, just agree with the previous meeting you had and then they go ahead. And we are wondering, what is the big deal of all those things that ASU is requesting for? And then he made a very vital point. The point here is this, that they spent 2 billion. They spend billions of money feeding school children. Because, please, is there anyone watching this video that your relative, or your children, or your children, or your niece, your nephew, they've been a part of this school feeding? I don't know. So if there is anyone, please, I want you to put it in the comment section. Spending billions of money to feed children, where you see them, we'll see some on social media where they give bread and water or eba and water, that is what they gave. And then you said you feed people. So where are we? Now, another thing is, he made another valid point. I want us to look into it. Recently you saw different kind of pictures of some of those our leaders. They go from one university in their abroad to another. It was Wike first, the Sanusi, another person. Why? Because they don't really care about the educational system in Nigeria. So the professor, that is the ASU chairman, said Nigeria spent more than 2 billion. How many billions of money paid to Ghanaian University, just to go in there to school? Can't we use the money to fund our school? There is no single politician with their children's school in Nigeria. They feel that the school in Nigeria is not good enough for their children, but the country is good enough for them to govern. So how good is that? So we are actually looking at it from this angle. We want every one of us to rise up to our responsibility. Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us. We can't just allow it to go like that. In another development, Lai Mohammed actually said that it was wrong for them to go for strike, that the Nigeria Labour Congress doesn't have an issue with the federal government. So why on earth should they think of going to strike? And what they said, that it was just a solidarity strike. We want to sympathize with our people. So that was the reason why they said they want to join. And Lai Mohammed said it is wrong, that they were not supposed to do so. And then where did it become wrong in Nigeria constitution to go out and protest? The federal government came out to plead with ASU, like, Biko, you people should not go for strike, It's not about asking them not to go. The thing is, what they requested for, are you doing it? What is difficult? Why is this tax difficult to carry out? Why is it difficult to agree on this particular thing? And this thing has been on for decades. And we still don't feel that this is the right time to take the change. I know some of our children, some of our students, they are home. I think it's better we go through this pain so that tomorrow we don't have to go through it again. They should wait and let the right thing be done. One of the most funniest events that happened during the week was when the All Progressive Congress, they hired some fake bishops to attend the unveiling ceremony of their vice presidential candidates, And this thing really got everybody talking as we are talking right now. You have the trending of bishop on social media. Perhaps I'm also going to do mine, I wonder shall never end. So let's look at how the story all plays around. Now, the outrage as clerics attending unveiling of Shettima as APC's vice presidential candidate. The presence of men clad in clergy robes at the unveiling ceremony of Kashim Shettima as the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) has elicited outrage on social media. The unveiling ceremony took place on Wednesday at the Shehu Musa Yaradua center in Abuja, okay? Can disassociated themselves from those kind of people because it was difficult for them to identify the part of the Christianity they belong to, And then they all actually said that the APC, led administration, they've been deceptive somehow, on several occasions. You heard them say that Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu had a meeting with the current president and he can't approve this. What they actually said, I kind of agree with them. If you think that it's right for Muslim tickets, to run with it, so why are you deceiving people to come join you? I don't know. Do you have a hidden agenda? Why all those play? There was one somebody even identified like this person, go, I know him, and this is who the person is. So what are we saying and what are we talking about? And that has really been one of the trendy issues. But then the All Progressive Congress, they came out to say we did not hire anybody. And this is a free and fair opening ceremony that whoever that was interested, they were free to come. So the people that came, we don't know who they were. It's still something that they'll be fighting left, right, center. I know you, you don't know me, you know me, I don't know you. So, but the truth is, those people were never bishop. I stand to be corrected. I'm not afraid to say that. There was no bishop. I'm not a Catholic. So Catholic, as in the members of the Catholic Church has come out to say, this is not how we wear our robe. Another one said, for you to wear so robe, this is how you should do it. So if you were actually a bishop, you should know how to wear the robe. So that was the most funniest story that happened during the week. Now, the next one will actually have to do with the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and it was trending on social media that Pastor E.A. Adeboye endorsed and the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People were raining insult on the man of God. You are deceiving people. But nothing like that was done. And then the public relation officer came out, they wrote, they declined that wherever news that be spreading on the social media, they were not even aware of it. There was no time they met. There was no meeting on that Sunday with Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. That whoever that is actually, cooking up all those kind of stories, they're going to be held responsible for it. So we don't keep quiet and complain on the social media. What we should do is to rise, is to speak. Perhaps that person will hear our voice. So this is where I wrap up on today's weekly news updates. As the news unfold, I can decide to bring other news during the week on Hero TV. But what you need to do is to please follow us on all our social media platforms if you haven't done so. My name remains Esetonia Inabo. Please, let's work together to make Nigeria a better place.